Election Day is just 6 days away, and people living in Klamath County are deciding whether to allow recreational marijuana to be sold in that city. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Brian Morton.
And I'm Ashley Hall. We want to break down Measure 18112. It would do three things. First, repeal the 2015 ban on recreational marijuana producers, processors, wholesalers, and retailers within the city limits. It also imposes a 3% tax on the sale of marijuana, and it would establish an advisory committee which would advise the Klamath Falls City Council on policies and regulations about the marijuana industry. Newswatch 12's Rachel Teedy spoke today and spent today in Klamath Falls, and she spoke with people on both sides of the issues.
People of Klamath Falls are voting on Measure 18112 this election season, which would allow the recreational sale of marijuana within Klamath Falls. Now, the owner of this shop says he supports the measure. He's had to downsize in recent years and says without this measure, he'll probably have to go out of business.
The options that the state has left us is to go recreational or go home.
Ed Medina Jr. is the owner and in charge of one of the last remaining medical marijuana dispensaries registered by the Oregon Health Authority. For him, passing Measure 18112 is a no-brainer. That's because there are only a few state licensed processors that he can buy his medicinal products from. All the other processors have turned to recreational marijuana, which requires an OLCC license and what this measure would allow him to have.
This case used to be filled with nothing but vape cartridges by 6 or 8 different companies, and now we have one.
Ed says this means limited options for medicinal patients in his area. Klamath County is a dry county, meaning you can't buy recreational marijuana here. And if Measure 18112 isn't passed, this could be the end of Ed's shop, which he fears will force his patients to find products far away or illegally.
The hope is that this measure passes. We're able to provide the products so we can reduce the black market and establish some new businesses and jobs in Klamath County.
Klamath County Sheriff Chris Caber views that a little differently. He believes it'll be harder to find illegal marijuana grows if the legal stuff is allowed in.
The black market is much larger even in Klamath County than most people realize. Whenever you're trying to mix legal with illegal, and it does happen, it's happening right now, it makes the illegal harder to identify.
Other people against the measure warn recreational marijuana will harm graduation rates, increase emergency room visits, and hurt property value. A group called Klamath Public Safety is telling people to vote no on the measure. It cites several sources on those issues, including the National Institute on Drug Abuse and the Rogue Valley Association of Realtors. Of course, election night is on Tuesday, and you'll be able to find the results of that on our website, kdrv.com, as well as Newswatch 12. In Klamath Falls, Rachel Teedy, Newswatch 12.
To see links to both sides of the arguments, as well as the sources they're citing, you can head to kdrv.com.